Hey dudes, what is going on? Welcome back. Another video here on Snoresby Let's Play Resonant Rise, episode number 14. Last episode we cleaned up downstairs just a little bit. It's been a little time since I've been recording. You can see here I've got a little bit of an XP drain going on here with some of the tanks. That's just in case, like, I have a ton of levels, don't want to lose it all. Yeah, whatever, that's there. That'll be for later on, but today's aim, like I've been saying for like maybe the last 5 to 10 episodes, we need to go mining. So the aim for today is to get ourselves a digital miner so we can go and dig ourselves up some ores. So we don't have to worry about it anymore. But first, before I do that, I want to set up a method of automatically processing all of these ores here, because I have gone mining in between episodes, so I've got a little bit of everything in here. And we're going to set up some Mekanism stuff today to start off with to automatically process this. So I'm going to go off camera and make a few more of these advanced factories. We're going to put them downstairs here next to the power generation area, and we're probably going to hook them up to our applied energistics system. So I'm going to make those machines off camera because you've seen me make these before, and I'll be back once I've got a few different ones ready to go. Okay, so I've got myself 4 new advanced factories. Now the first one is pulverizing, then crushing, enriching, and smelting. So these are the 4 steps we're going to need to triple our ore to ingot conversion, I guess you could call it. So you can also see I've made another advanced energy cube, and I got some of these universal cables here. So let's hook up those really quickly. This is probably going to be in the wrong spot, but should be right for now, I guess. If I can just move, you know what would be handy right now? If I could get my jetpack, which is probably charging. Awesome. So let's chuck this on real quick. Let's put that into hover mode so we can play around here. Okay, so the output to this is this line, I'm pretty sure. So let's plug it here, then place this fella on top here. I guess that guy should be charging. Yes, that's true. Awesome. So while that's doing that, let's lay out a few lines here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do to start off with anyway. And then we can start putting these down in order. I need to keep this so that... how do I want to set this up? Actually, I might need some more cable. Let's keep that there for the purification. I want to have these separate so that rather than just going from one machine to the next like you can set it up with, I want to have it separate because I'm going to hook this up to the AE system here and have it interact with the sides. I don't think I want them touching, I'm not sure. We'll put them down touching for now, but we'll see how we go, because in a second here, once we've got these all placed, I'm going to go make myself 4 sets of import and export buses for these, and I'm going to teach my big auto crafting system how to do that. And then we're going to hook these up so that we can get it to auto smelt everything that comes into the system. So I'm going to go make those real quick and I'll be back. Alright, so what I have now in my inventory is 4 precision import buses, 4 precision export buses, and a whole heap of cable. So let's get this sort of on the ball here. So this is our purifying factory here. One thing that I haven't dealt with just yet is you need to supply flint into this position here. And I think you might have to configure these somehow. I haven't really tested this too much, but we'll see how we go. So we want the export buses for the top surface here. Whoop, come on, there we go. So I'll also just hook these up like so, all on the top. And then we'll run a cable from here, even though it's probably going to look pretty ugly. It'll do for now. So that'll do. Now let's set up something here. So if we go back upstairs, turn off my jetpack. What should we set this up for first? Let's just set it up for silver. Because you can see where it is. Let's grab some flint while we're here. We're going to have to set up some sort of method of getting flint. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing it. Just quickly looking, you can macerate gravel to get flint, but then you'd have to get gravel somehow. You can also crush it. So let's have a look at how we can get some gravel. I thought, well, you can pulverize a netherrack, and netherrack is pretty easy to come by, so we might do that. But you can also, where is the rock crusher? You can get gravel through crushing cobblestone, so we might do that as well. We don't know. It's always something to look into, but for now, this is what we're going to do. So let's hook up our our precision export bus here. Stacks at a time of silver ore. Now, if we go ahead and where is our backpack? If we put some silver ore into our system, we might get it to go down in here. I haven't actually set this up before in a test world either. So now let's go. We want the red slot to be on top, I'd imagine. So let's see. Yep, there we go. It's put it in, and we want auto sort on. Awesome. So now that is going to export into here. Well, actually, I don't know whether I want the auto sort on if we're getting a whole heap of ores in here, because I'd rather it do one at a time and have heaps of different ores processing at once, I guess. So when we go to auto supply the flint, 7, that'll do. To auto supply the flint, we might go pump that in from underneath or something. I'm not too sure just at the moment. So now the next thing will be to put our import buses on the front surfaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Grab our cable, hook them up like so. Now all you gotta do is configure the front face to export which side. Actually, what color? Dark blue, I'm pretty sure this is. So, whoops. Dark blue. Okay, so that should be all getting pulled out. Awesome, and we want it to pull stacks at a time. Sweet. Okay, so let's just watch this go for a little bit longer just to make sure. But this is essentially what I'm going to do for all of these buses here. So, yep, that's working just fine. Okay, so now that we got a whole heap of that... actually, before I do that, let me quickly finish up this, configuring this. So these are all of the ores that I need to get auto-processed. I've already done silver, so I can chuck that in here. But yeah, this will be for whenever we get any of these particular ores, the iron, gold, lead, copper, tin, osmium, and silver, they'll all be exported into this first. So we can crush it? No. Pulver it? No. I'm going to have a quick look first. What is it? Purify it. I knew it was one of those. So, yeah, we're going to do that. But we've got to get a steady supply of flint. But before we do that, what I'm going to do is probably with our digital miner, we're going to go grab a whole heap of gravel really quickly. But what I'm going to do is then take the... I can't even remember what it's called now. Let me go upstairs. Hang on, let me just drop to the floor. So once you get that silver through the purification chamber, you get this silver clumps, or you get clumps for iron, gold, all of that stuff. So then you take those clumps and you'll configure it to get crushed, I'd imagine. This is the crusher. Yep, and then once it's crushed, you put it in the enriching chamber, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to configure these all properly for what we need them to do. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've got all of these properly configured now. So first off, it exports the raw ore into the purifying factory here, which it then turns it into clumps, which then is exported into the crushing factory, which then turns that into the dust, dirty dust piles, and then that gets exported into the enriching factory, which then turns it into normal dust, which then it gets smelted into the ingots. So that is our tripling process for all our ores, which covers a few of the ones that are upstairs here. Why is there an Enderman in my house? We'll smack him. Come here. Hey, that'll get rid of him. For now, anyway. So next up, what we're going to get started on is our digital miner. Obviously downstairs here, I am going to put upgrades into these things to make them a lot quicker and a lot more energy efficient, but that will be off camera. So let me get prepared here so I can start making this digital miner, and I'll be back. So I've gone ahead and taught my molecular assembly chamber on how to craft one of these digital miners, but I don't know, we'll see how we go. Let's order one up and see what happens. Again, what are we missing? Thought I taught it how to craft a robot and a logistical sorter. Oh man. Alright, well let's try and get these things going here. So let's get some iron. I might have to do this off camera because this might be not as fun as it could be for you guys. But I thought I could get away with auto teaching this how to craft, but obviously not. So let's have another look here. Yeah, see? I thought I taught it how to do this, but obviously not. So I'll be back once I have sorted the issues out here, guys. Alright, so after a little bit of time here, I have managed to get myself a digital miner. Now, if we grab that out of there, that is the start of what we'll need. So next up, we'll also grab ourselves a strongbox, I'd imagine. What's a resonant one cost these days? Well, it looks like we're just going to have to go through all of the tiers. So, we are getting extremely low on wood here, so we're going to have to start making ourselves a tree farm before too long. So let's make ourselves the hardened one to start off with. And then reinforced. Awesome. And then last but not least, we'll need to get the resonant one, which you make using... Ooh, have we got this stuff for that? Yep. Ooh, what was the thing that we missed? Maybe... Was it the coal? I don't know. We'll pulverize this real quick and see if that is what we need. If not, I'll look into it. Yep. Grab that. Awesome. Then what was the other bit we needed? Hang on. Let's scroll to the right. Enderium blend. So it's tin, platinum, and... Oh. Have we got any platinum? Oh, okay. Looks like we're not going to be able to make the resonant one, I don't think. Let me have a look. Platinum wasn't the... Where's the blend? Here. Platinum... Pure platinum, shiny. Have we got shiny? Hang on. Yes, we have 2 of them. Awesome. So if I pulverize these 2 and grab myself 2 buckets of the... Hang on. How many buckets of liquid here go into the resonant ender bucket? Hang on. Where are we? Magma crucible? No. I'd imagine it'd be 1,000 millibuckets is equal to 1, so we'll just grab ourselves 8 ender pearls here. It's 1. We'll have heaps up in our thing up top here. Ender pearls. We'll grab 8 of those. And then we'll smelt these in a magma crucible. And we'll chuck 2 buckets. Have we got buckets? Maybe not. I'm going to grab that out of the system here real quick. There we go, 2 of those. I'm just being greedy here. We really don't need to go so extreme, because the reinforced strongbox on its own is pretty big. But we're going to go for the full size one just because we can. So we'll grab that, and then we'll grab our 6 tin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get that all ready to go as well. I could probably pulverize those. Shouldn't take too long. Yep. Have we got our 2 buckets? Yes, we do. Okay, so let's get this ready here in the system. 2 there. And then just waiting on the tin. Come on. 1 more. There we go. See, this is the thing, like, we're going to have to, down the track, make this a lot quicker, but... Oh, we're actually going to make heaps of this, so we're going to have a whole heap. We're going to need, we're going to have double what we actually needed, but who cares? That's always a good thing, I guess. So I'll come back once this is smelted up. Alright, so our enderium ingots here have smelted up, and we're going to make this resonant strongbox here, so let's chuck that in like so. Awesome. So if we look at this, its inventory is huge. So we're going to be right for inventory space here for a while anyway. But I dare say I'll end up hooking it up to our main system at some stage. So, off camera I also made up another redstone energy cell here. So let's grab this one. Have I got anything to climb on? Yep, bit of stone here. I'll definitely make like a different place within the base to charge these things up, so that I don't have to keep swapping this one in and out. How's that set up? I think that one's supposed to be blue. And that one like so. Is that working? I can't even remember how I set this up before. Is that working? There we go. That's the stuff. Alright, now that's working, let's go and hook up our digital miner outside, because we need to get a bit of gravel here to start off with so that we can keep feeding our factories. So let's just get it set up here. It won't deteriorate the land or anything, so that's always good. So if you plonk it down, get this massive big thing. Now if you see the back here, there's like a black square. I'm pretty sure that's the output, so let's put our chest onto that and then open her up. Now you can put the redstone energy cells here, and you can see this fuel bar sort of fill up, which is good. You can also put the upgrades in here as well, which we will at some stage once we get some things going. So first thing you'll need to do is you can set it to auto eject. So it actually has this inventory here that it will mine up into, but we'll auto eject it out the back there to our strongbox. We'll also put silk touch on. Actually, we won't need that for what we're doing because we'll pull up gravel for now. So if you click on the, hang on, I'll show that. If you click on the config button here, you can see there's a whole heap of options here. So the radio is pretty much the radius from the block you set it down on. So we'll put ours to 5. Minimum is the minimum height level, so 0. And max is the maximum height level, so we'll just go something like 64. And next you'll want to add, not that one I don't think, maybe item stack. Let me grab a little bit of gravel really quickly, because we can tell it certain things to mine up. Now, the good thing about that is you can tell it to look in the ore dictionary, and you can put wildcards in. I'll show you that in a second once we get it going properly, but for the example here that we're going to just try and mine up some gravel, click the save, it should mine that up, and if that's all we want, that's fair enough. So height 64, radius, yep, that seems good. Big, yep, that's all good. Okay, so if I click start, it's got 233 things to mine. So you can see it's slowly mining it, and you can see that the face is turned on, showing that it's actually going, which is pretty neat. Also, it actually has a chance to pull flint up. That's cool. I didn't realize it would do that. But yeah, it's going to slowly tick away here. I'm not sure how quickly it uses the redstone flux. But we might go grab ourselves some upgrades really quickly. Let me just see how far in. Yeah, we've got about 3 minutes left on this episode, if not a little bit less than that. Oh. How come this thing is not keeping up with the energy? Maybe I don't have enough output going. Grab our stone again really quick. That's interesting. How is this not powering enough anymore? I don't know. Anyways, I'll solve this really quickly and I'll be back. Okay, so it turns out that I had the energy cell downstairs configured wrong for what we were doing. So 8 more upgrades here, speed upgrades. We'll chuck it in to see how much quicker this thing goes. So you can see we're already. Oh no, that's not what I want. Oh, what happened there? Replace block. Oh, so that's what happens. Oh, okay, so I knew there was a function where you could put a block in here, and if you fill the inventory here, when it mines something up, it'll actually replace the block with that. So you can replace a whole heap of the holes you're making downstairs with another block so that you don't get mobs spawning in there. So that's cool, but if I hide any eye, chuck these in, I'll quickly go sleep while those are doing their thing. But then we're nearly at the end of the episode, guys. So in between this one and the next one, what I'm going to do is probably go set this up somewhere else, probably in the Twilight Forest, so we can mine up a whole heap of ores and not have to worry about what we resource. But yeah, look how much quicker this thing's going. And it's not really going through the power that much. This is crazy. So also, what we're going to end up doing is probably make a few tesseracts so we can send our power over to this thing without having to keep recharging these energy cells and bringing them over or whatever. So that is the plan. But for now, this is what we're going to do to get a whole heap of gravel so that we can feed our flint into the system. Because that's what we need to do to make sure we can triple all our ores. So that is probably going to do it for this episode. So if you've enjoyed, make sure you click that like button. Sorry about the lack of videos lately. I've been pretty hectic with work and stuff, but we're finished all that now, on a bit of a holiday break for a couple of weeks. So expect plenty of videos to come in the next couple of days, probably 4 this week, if I can if I can manage to do so, because I have been a little bit slow, so need to keep them coming along for you guys. So hopefully you've enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. My name's Mr. Norsby. Thanks again. See you in the next one.